Hey guys, welcome back. Hey everyone, welcome back. In this video, we are going to learn how to convert a data, how the conversion of data type in C Sharp. So if you are new to the channel, just hit the like and subscribe button and do share this video as much as possible. So without a further delay, let's start. What is the first thing that we are going to discuss is what is data type? What is this? This is the first thing that we are going to know. Then we will learn how to convert it in one from form to another form. The first thing is what is data type? See, in our day-to-day life, we deal with a lot of data, and it will be really easy for us to name it, to segregate it. Okay, that will be very easy for us. Like if we take measurement of something, if we take a weight of something, it comes in number like 1 kg, 2 kg, 3 kg, right? If we count something, it will also come in number like 1 piece, 2 piece, 3 piece, 4 piece, right? So if I do not add kg or piece in the last, then what will happen? Like if there is a no concept of kg and pieces, right? Then what will happen? Like if I weight uh, rice, suppose it is of 5 kg, but there is no concept of kg. There is no such thing exist. So what I'm gonna say to you that how many rice you have? I will say 5. And in if I ask you how many pencils you have, and suppose you also have 5 pencils, then what are you going to tell me? 5. So is there any difference? I have rice, you ask me the weight of that rice, I tell you 5, right? There is no such concept of kg exist, suppose. And I ask you how many pencils, you tell me 5. So here it will be really easy if we separate the data, like it is 5 kg, it is 5 liter, it is 5 pieces. So this is how we separate the how we name the data, right? How we put it into a category, that it is volume, it is weight, it is quantity, right? That's why we use data type, so that we can understand what data is in there. Suppose if I ask you that I am dealing with liter, I'm dealing with liter. So you can easily understand that I have some liquid, like I have 1 liter milk, 1 liter petrol, 1 liter something diesel. So if I tell you that I am dealing with liter here, then you can easily understand that I am dealing with liquid, something liquid. If I tell you that I am dealing with kgs, then you can easily understand that I am dealing with like something that has fixed shape and size, right? Like 1 kg sugar, 1 kg flour, 1 kg of like what 1 kg of like cement, you can understand. So this is how you understand things. This is how you know what exactly I have by just listening to the uh, data type, liters and that kg. So in coding language, in programming language, the things work similar. So here we put the values, we put the data into some of the container that is called data type. A variable is a container, but for understanding purpose, the all of our data have some data type, have some signature in it, so that we can understand in a snap that oh, this is boolean, this is like string, this is integer, this is decimal. So this is how we understand, right? If you learn Java, if you learn C Sharp or C language, if you learn the basic of any other programming language like Python, then you already know that what is data type, what is string, what is integer, what is decimal, what is double, what is var keyword. These are what all these things. If you know the basics of programming, then you already knew what I am talking about. And if you don't know, then just comment me, then just ping me in the comment section. I will make a personalized video, whatever language you want to know. I will make a personalized playlist on it, right? So here come to our video. Now you understand what is data type. right? Now some situation come, sometime we have to convert a data from one form to another form. Sometime, okay, let's talk about most of the time we have to convert a data from one form to another form. Then if the conversion, then how can we do this? It is of two type. The data type conversion is of two type. First one is implicit and second one is explicit. Implicit and explicit. So what is this implicit? So I already wrote here one line. Wait, just paste me this line here. When the conversion done automatically, when you do not need to put an effort in it, the conversion done automatically by the compiler. See, there is a trick. If you want to remember what is implicit, just like think like this. Implicit means automatically. When the data type conversion automatically done by the compiler, we do not need to write extra line of code for the conversion. It gets done automatically by the compiler. It is the compiler tension, not our tension. Then it is called implicit conversion. Okay. So what is explicit conversion then? Just opposite. When you have to do the conversion, when you have to convert the data from one form to another form, then it is called explicit conversion. Just opposite to the implicit. In implicit, we do not need to convert anything. It get convert automatically by the compiler. But when we talk about explicit conversion, then we have to convert it. Compiler is not going to convert this for me, right? Compiler is not going to change the data from one form to another form for me. We have to do this. So what will be the definition of explicit? When we have to convert data from one form to another form. Okay, so this is called explicit conversion. Now we will be seeing an example of implicit conversion. Suppose I have a integer data, int num1 is equal to 10. Suppose I have a data, integer data 10. So I make a variable name is num1. You can name it anything else that you want. So suppose I have this is a suggestion of intelligence. Okay, suppose I want to convert it into decimal form, float. I want to convert it into float. So what I am going to do is float num2 is equal to num1. Okay, and now here I am not going to write any decimal. Here I am not going to write like this. Just notice I'm not going to write like this here because it is of integer data till here, till this line it is of integer data type. So we are not going to write like this. We are not going to write like this. We will just simply write 10, but I want it in this form. I want it in this form. So I will convert it into float. But here you notice here that I am not converting it into float ex explicitly. Compiler will convert into. I'm just assigning my num1 into my num2. I am just assigning my data that is of integer data type. I'm just assigning it in this variable, and this variable is of which data type? Float data type. Now see, if I print here, IntelliSense already gave a suggestion, but we are going to write. See here in Visual Studio, there is a shortcut. C, if you want to print something, then CW double tap. Here it will give you the print statement line. Now if I want to print num2, then look what will be the output here. If I save the code, Control Shift plus S, and now if I am going to run it, see, my output is 10. Now did we convert it? No. Did it giving me an error? No. This is not giving me an error. it is automatically converting num1 from integer to float. This is not giving me an error, but what happen if I do this? Suppose if I comment this line, just look here, if I comment this line, so what happen? Suppose I have a float data type, float num1. Suppose I'm just reversing it. I'm changing the num1 data type to float and num2 data type to int. Just reversing it. 10.0f. Okay. And now int num2 is equal to num1. See here. Now this line is giving me an error. Now here see what is the error? Just read. Cannot implicitly convert type from float to int. Here see till here it is saying me cannot implicitly convert from type float to int, right? So an explicit conversion exists. Are you missing a cast? So it is telling me I have to typecast my data from one form to another form. If I want to print, if I want to convert my float into integer, then I have to typecast my data. I have to. Compiler is not going to typecast this for me, right? So this line we are not going to do this, because here we are only here we started doing implicit conversion. When we reach here, then we will be seeing the example of explicit conversion. Now we will see the example of other implicit conversion, right? Now here if I uncomment this line, now suppose what are all those implicit conversion example. Suppose think like this. Suppose I have a character. Just try one thing out. I am going to convert my character data type to string data type implicitly. Let's see it happens or not. Character a is equal to, suppose a. Okay, it is suggesting me a, so let's change it to b. And now I have a string data type. String word is equal to a. I'm just assigning it. So here see the wait, I'm forgetting the semicolon here. Here see here okay, just one thing. I write here string word is equal to a. I am assigning this variable into this. So I am writing the spelling of string capital S. Just look here, small s. This one is not capital S. String word is equal to a. Here comment out this line. See here. Now this string, what is the difference between this string and this string? Here see, the color is different. This string is of blue color, this string is of like what is this color? So color does not matter. What is this? Like this is of light blue something. See here S is capital. It means that we are dealing with string class here. But here we are dealing with string data type. So here why it is giving me an error? So just come to the point. Why it is giving here cannot implicitly convert from type character to string. So this is also not a implicit data type conversion example. So let's try one another thing. Let's try one thing more. So here I am going to convert from short to long. Suppose I have a short num3. I wait, num3 is equal to 12. Okay. Now I am assigning it into float. Here I cut this line. Let me cut this line and put this line here. Here I am going to assign num3. So this is not going to give me an error. See, num3 is automatically converted from short to float. So this is the example of implicit conversion. So if we talk about in general language, what is this implicit conversion is doing here? What is this happening here? Suppose you have a glass of water. Suppose you have a glass of water and I ask you to fill that glass of water in the bucket. I want you to transfer the water that is in the glass into the bucket. So you can easily do so because the capacity of a bucket is more than the capacity of glass, right? So you can easily transfer it. So this is implicit conversion doing. The size of shot is the capacity of float is more than the capacity of shot. So the shot can easily accommodate in float. Same here, capacity, the size of int is less than the size of float. So I can easily accommodate integer into the float because there is a lot of space in it. But now comes to the explicit conversion where the confusion begin. So here now we come to the explicit conversion. What we are, let's comment all this line. Wait, let's comment this line because we are going to declare variable of same name. So it will give me an error. So here, like now I have a float num1 is equal to like I have 10.432 f, the prefix is. I have to mention f here because it will think, compiler will think it is of double data type, so that's why. So and another variable is int b is equal to num2 is equal to num1. So this is giving me an error because the size of float is more than the size of int. The size of float, capacity of float is more than the capacity of int, so we cannot accommodate the float in integer. There will be a data loss. From taking the previous example, if I ask you that you have a bucket full of water and I ask you to transfer that water that is in the bucket into a tiny glass, so will you able to? There will be a data loss. There will be some water that will go into glass, but when the glass get full, all the water that you are going to pour in it, it will go to the floor. So there will be a data loss. So what we are going to do is we will be, I want to convert it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it here. There is a two process so that we can convert. The first one is that we learned in Java. Similar. See here, if I give here int and bracket, then the error is gone. This is the way that we already knew because in Java. So if I print my num2, see here the output here 10. Now why 10? Because we are storing it into an integer data type variable, and in integer data type we cannot store it decimal. So if I change this to float, now it will see now the output. This is see still 10. Why? This is to confuse you guys. See, because it does not matter if I store in float or double, I am converting it into integer. So here itself the decimal is gone. Here itself the decimal is gone. So it does not matter you store it in float or double or anything. It will give you only the integer part, not the decimal part. So here if I give int here, so this is the example of explicit conversion. I am converting from float to integer. There is a data loss that we are seeing here, but it is called typecasting. Now the another way how to typecast from there is another way, like if I comment this line out, now see see here if I comment this line out and wait, put it here itself, like see if I do like this, there is another method int num2 is equal to convert convert we are going to use convert class. So convert is a class in C sharp that is basically used to convert from one data type to another data type. Convert dot here to here, see this class has a lot of method. You can see here IntelliSense is suggesting you which in which data type you want to convert, to boolean, to byte, to char, to date and time, to decimal. In which data type you want to convert? I want to convert it into int 32, to int 32. Just click on this, and here it is suggesting me my integer data type, that is this num1. Suppose what will happen now, I'm going to print. So I think you guys already know the answer, because see here, the answer is 10, because we are converting it to int 32. We are converting it to int. See, if I don't give here int also, it won't give me an error. See here guys, here till here it is look similar to this, right? This, both of this is similar. So if I don't give this int here, so it won't give me an error then, and the output will be what? Output will be the same. So this is the second way. This is the these are the two method in which we explicitly convert from by using the bracket int like we used in Java, and another one is to convert to int 32. So the another question is, why we are going to use int 32? Because the size of int is 4 byte. That's why we are going to use int 32. So if I and we are converting into int, and the size of it is 4 byte. If I have to convert it into float, then what? Float, then or double. Let's say what we are going to do then, convert to int 64. We are going to do like this if I want to convert it into double. So now the this is I hope you understand till here. I hope you guys don't have any problem till here. So let's do a tricky one. Suppose I want to convert from string data type to integer data type. What will happen then? String, wait, the spelling is wrong here. String word is equal to hi. Okay, is it going to convert it into integer? Never. But here if I want to give, suppose 10 min, if I want to give here 10, and my, wait, why there is a 2 semicolon, string word 2 is equal to 20, and I want to add it. I want to add it int sum is equal to word 1 plus word 2. So what will be the output? The first thing is error is not going. So we are not expecting any output here, because there is an error itself in the code. So how can we resolve this errors? Just look at the code, just pause the video, just think about it. If I want to, yeah, suppose let's say string answer is equal to word, here why word one word, just word. Here if I write this, so what will be the output? Here if I want to print this line, so just think, pause the video for a minute, just think. If I adding one word with another word, actually it is not adding here, it is just concatenating. So the answer will be 1020. The answer will be 1020. If I print this, print my answer, so see the answer. Wait, here just look at the answer, 1020. Now I want to let's say we already know the string value. Now just tell me what, how I'm going to solve this, how I'm going to solve this line. So I have to convert it. So for conversion, we already use convert dot to int 32. We already know convert dot to int 64. But if I want to convert a string, if I want to take a string as a parameter, string as an argument, so convert will not work here. Convert is not going to work here. So I have to convert it in like this, int dot parse here. Now I am going to keep word in bracket. Now int dot parse, why is this happening? Wait, int dot parse, here p is small, that's why, parse, and put this also into the bracket. Now tell me what will be the answer. CW, double tap. Here I am going to print sum. Now tell me what will be the answer. 10, 20 or 30. So let's see. I'm going to explain you again. No worries. So here my answer is 30. Here actually it is not concatenating, it is adding. First see, I have a word 1 that is of string data type and another word 2 that is also of string data type. Here I want to convert from a string to integer and then I want it sum. Okay, here I am converting. First I am converting word 1, that is my word. Second I am converting word 2. Then I am adding it and then I am storing it sum and then I am printing my sum. So this is happening here. So where we use int dot parse, where we are going to use int dot parse, int dot parse, where? So when we have to convert, we have to deal with string data type because dot parse only takes string as an argument. Don't dot parse int dot parse float dot parse anything any. I want to convert it into int float, any data type does not matter, but if I have a string data type that I have to give it as an argument, then I will use dot parse. So similar to int, there is another thing is that is float dot parse. So it is giving me an error because I am converting into float and storing it into int, that is I also need to typecast it. That's why it is giving me an error, but float dot parse also work if I change here float, then the error is gone. So just like int dot parse, there is a float dot parse. So the only similarities between these two is we are taking string data type as an argument here also and here also. So now hope you understand till here. So we are going to uh, do some more thing, that is what I have to convert. Like if I want to take the input from the user, if I want that user just give me the input, suppose I ask user that enter first number. Okay, now now I ask the user, now I am taking the input from the user console dot how I'm going to take the user input. Here see, in console class there is a read line also, so read line here the user is going to give me, but the read line only takes string as an argument. See, the read line reads the next line of the character from it, only take string as an argument. It is not going to take number, but I ask user what, input the first number, but user is going to give me the number, but it is only the read line method only deal with string. So we will convert it into uh, integer, suppose like float. If user give me you can also convert it into float. It is just let me show you both example. Int dot parse, here I'm going to keep this in bracket. See, right? Now console here enter second number. Now user is going to give me the second number, but how? So I'm going to take the input from the user by changing it to read line. Here R should be capital, read line. So now I am also converting this into int. I will give you the example of float also. Don't worry. Just here, put this into bracket, the whole thing inside the bracket. Now, like this. Now, what I am going to do is I am going to store it into a variable. Int num1 is equal to this. Int num2 is equal to this. Right? Whatever the input user gave me, I convert it into string and I store it into my variable. Here, the user give me the second number, second digit. I convert it into integer and store it into inside my variable. Now I'm going to print the sum of the two number is, okay. Here what I'm going to do is uh, num1 num1 plus num2. Now what will be the output? Let's see. It is asking me enter the first number, so 5, enter the second number, again 5, hit enter. The sum of the two number is 55. Now tell me, why is this happening? I already explained it in my previous video. Just in this video, just tell me, just think here. I am converting it into, into integer. See here, in dot parse. I am converting here. But why is this, instead of adding, why it is concatenating? See here, 2, 5. The answer should be 7, but it is giving me 25. Because here I am converting it, but here, see here, the first thing is string. There is two operation. First one is, first we are dealing with integer. Second we are dealing with string. Here we are adding it. Here we are adding it, num1 plus num2. But here we are concatenating it with a string. So here if I want to do the sum, so I will give it inside the another bracket. Now what will be the output? So we are going to give this similar, 5, 5, answer is 10. See, so this is the small thing that you should keep in mind. Find, do the error, just do the error, find the error, why it is happening, how it is going to be fixed, and then you are going to build the logic. So as a beginner, we should focus on these things. Now I'm going to give you the example of float also. Now if I convert, if I copy this line and comment this line out, because I'm going to paste it here. Why is this happening here? Here I am changing it into float. Here again float, here again float, and here float dot parse. So similar thing, just we are changing the data type. Now here we are running the application. Now enter the first number, I am going to give 10.8. Enter the second number, I am going to give 65.2. So what should be the answer, guys? 76. Here, now if I run this program again, if I, let's give it another value. Let's try this. 62.5, 2.7. Show the answers. So the answer is 65.2. So this is how we are going to convert from string to integer or string to float, by taking int. If I want to convert string into int, so int dot parse, in bracket I'm going to give that string as an argument, string data type variable as an argument. So I hope you understand this video. I hope you understand till here. So if you like this video, please go and hit the subscribe button. I have seen lots of you guys come and watch, learn from the video, but you do not subscribe the channel. Just hit the enter hit button, just subscribe this channel, and we will meet in the next video. So happy learning, guys. Bye bye.